Snowtime for comedy is rather cute. In terms of being a comedy, well, there are certainly some charming moments. I wouldn't say it's laugh out loud funny, but it's quite pleasant. This is a Warner Brothers cartoon from 1941, directed by Chuck Jones and written by Rich Hogan, with voices or vocal effects for the puppies provided by Mel Blanc. And of course, these are the two curious puppies, the two curious dogs, who are absolutely adorable. And this is no exception. I love how they're animated. They have the cutest little facial expressions. And in this one, they are in the snowy mountains and they interact with the snow, and the snow interacts with them. And I don't want to give away too much about it because I do recommend it, but it's really, really sweet. And you can imagine a lot of the scenes that happen in this, but we also have some beavers as well. And when the animals collide, things get a bit interesting. I do like how it's animated. The snow looks very fluffy. There's some ice that looks very cold and chilly and slippery, and the dogs just look so adorable. And they really suit the location as well. Seeing them, flopping about in the snow and sliding on the icy patches. I think these characters were a really good choice for this particular cartoon. It is, if you love animals, it's not always pleasant to see the dogs in this freezing cold environment, but generally it's quite cute and sweet, and I thought it was a lot of fun. The beaver character was a good thing to include. I think it gave it a little bit more substance. Had they not included that, it still would have been, a cute cartoon, seeing the dogs playing about in this environment, but it definitely would have been lacking a little bit more substance. So I think they did a good thing to include that layer. Very well animated. Not my favourite Curious Puppies. I feel like there maybe just wasn't enough oddity for them to interact with. When they're in, say, a home or an indoor environment, there are a lot of things that they can interact with. Whereas here, it's basically snow and ice. There are a couple of other things. It's not completely as boring as I've just made it sound. But yeah, it's not my favourite Curious Pups. But it's still pretty good. I still really enjoyed it. If you're a fan of the Curious Pups in general and you haven't seen it, I definitely recommend it. If you haven't seen any Curious Pups, as I said, it's not my favourite, it wouldn't be my absolute first choice, but it's still worth checking out. Certainly, there's nothing wrong with it, and I thought it was rather cute.